Hey, what's up everyone? I just wanted to take this time to share some more personal experiences with you all. This time involving electricity and sort of electrokinesis, if you will, or electromagnetic frequencies, and how I have interfered with them and still interfere with them today. This I would like to know if any of you have experienced yourself, because I've got some very interesting experiences to share regarding this particular topic. That's why I chose this background here. There have been so many times, so many times that I couldn't count, that I have been in the grocery store and the computers just stop working, or the computers will just quit and freeze. Or when I walk in the store, when I get in the line, the computers will just totally stop functioning. And they'll be like, well, I don't know what happened. It just totally went out. It won't work. It froze on me. The system quit. Or something of that nature. And I'll be going through the line. And it's happened way too many times for it to be what some people would consider a coincidence. My parents know about this, and they've witnessed it, and they have seen it occur. So, this has been crazy, the experiences I've had regarding this. This interference with electronics happens quite often to me. And I can be in line. Like a few weeks ago, I was in line at Walmart, and I was going to use the pen pad, and I was going to scan, well, not scan, now you put the chip card in the reader, but I was going to pay for the items with the debit card, and when I put the chip in there, it said that it couldn't read it, and it wasn't valid, and they said, well, I know that's not right, and so I had to take it out, and I tried it again. A lot of times these magnetic stripes, if it's a magnetic strip or a microchip, they won't work on me many times. Or if I'm stirred up, if I'm really stirred up, or if I'm anxious or high-strung or upset for some reason, if I have a dark day or a bad day where I feel really bad, it just goes haywire. So I was in there, and the woman said, well, it's not wanting to work. And then I put the card back in, tried it again. I tried it 3 times. The 4th time that I tried it, I said, sometimes I have problems with electronics. They don't want to work for me. And I said, these cards will give me issues many times. And she said, well, don't touch it then. And I'm like, how am I supposed to not hold the card? She said, don't hold it then. I'm like, how am I supposed to not hold the card when I put it in the chip reader? So I decided to use my wallet, and I used the wallet to touch the card so that my hands wouldn't be directly touching it. And I slipped it in there quickly, and then I walked away, I backed away, and the moment I backed away, she said, there it goes, and the system began working. So that's one example, and then I was able to continue with the transaction afterwards. And that's happened to me more times than I can count. Sometimes the alarm will go off in the building, or the electronics around me will mess up, and I've been in the store, and I'll say, hold on, let me back up, and then I back up, and then it starts working. I have totally messed up so many computers, excuse me, and electronics that I could not count. I've had so many encounters like this that I couldn't begin to even share in one video. When I was in school, the teacher's computer would mess up. When I was in class, they had several computers just melt down. The screen started melting, and the person next to me said, well, you know what I mean. The screen was, the pixels messed up, and then it just started kind of look like just dripping down. The screen was just like totally, and someone said to the teacher, they called the teacher's name, and they said, his computer just melted. His screen is melting, literally. I've never seen that before. And the teacher, I'm not going to state their name, but any of my teachers' names, but they were like, well, it is, isn't it? And so I had to go to another computer They put another hard drive in it. They called a person to put a new motherboard in it and fix it all up. But they said that particular frame, they don't understand what happened, but that they were never able to get that computer to work again. So I tried the other one. They switched computers on me, and then that one messed up. Would type things by itself, totally mess up, and just do strange commands. And which has happened to me quite often. Then they had to move me to a third computer, and they said, the electronics just don't like you, do they? And I said, no, they don't seem to. I didn't let on, but I knew what was going on because I've had that strange occurrence happen to me a lot. And sometimes I would think of something, and it would happen, or would want an interruption of class, and it would occur. That would happen quite often. If it weren't for that, that got me through a lot. And thinking of something and it would happen suddenly. Wish I could still do that more often, positively, and be able to bring good fortune and financial fortune. That would be great if we could, but, I wish I could just wish for money and that could happen. That would be lovely, but that's a different subject. But that is something that has happened to me so often. I would be in the store, computers go out, I was in school, electronics would mess up, everything would go mess up around me. And one time my teacher, she was frustrated about what was going on. Then she said, well, I see it wasn't just you, it wasn't your fault, but technically, since electronics mess up on me, she had no idea about that. But yeah, it was. She then later I became, we were close as a teacher and a student, and she was very, very nice to me, and I respected her and showed her respect and kindness. And then she became close to me, and both of those particular computer teachers, they became close and were nice to me from then on. And the one was always nice to me, but the other one, at first, she was just kind of, she had her moments, but they all wound up being nice afterwards, those particular teachers. But yeah, I've had so many things that I would hope would happen, and then it would happen, or electronics would just mess up on me. That I do not hope for every time with, like, my home electronics, the home computer, tablet, the phone, the electronics, the TVs, everything, the TV. I interfere with the radios. I've been able to put my hands, in the past, I put my hands in a ball and used energy where I could feel the magnetics back and forth, and I've tested that since a young age. I was doing that before I even knew what it was. Before I ever even knew what I was doing, I would feel the energy, magnetic energy between my hands. Later I found it could interfere with radios, and it turned the radio up really loud and low, and then it would shut the radio off. And I was able to do that with the older radios. But yeah, the electromagnetic manipulation and the energy that I have is strange, unusual, a different energy, and it seems to attract entities and things of that nature a lot of times. But some good, some bad. You can tell there's positive or negative most of the time. Would love more positivity. That would be awesome. To be able to have, just be able to wish something super positive and then it happen. Sometimes I have, and sometimes it's happened, but it doesn't happen enough. But anyway, that has happened quite often to me, and I just want to know if anyone's experienced anything like that. The manipulation of electronics, or electromagnetic manipulation, energy manipulation, and like messing with the natural flow of things. I know there's crystals in computers, that electronics, that keep up with the time, and those mess up a lot around me. And the quartz crystals that are inside that allow for the computer's functionality. And without that, they mess up. And I seem to mess up electronics, that energy, a lot. So I just wonder if anyone else experienced that like I have, because it's been a constant thing all my life, as long as I can remember. Electronics messing up, the higher energy, the strange things, this interference, the attraction of entities and beings, things of that nature. But this electromagnetic, electrostatic energy has been something that's happened to me for a long time. I was at a Chick-fil-A, that we all had a gathering at the Chick-fil-A as a child in elementary school, and we were in the slide, and I went down in there, and all of a sudden I got shocked, and you could see like a bolt of electricity. I'll probably share that in another story so as to make it shorter, but a bolt of electricity went into my finger, and it just kind of, it like came out of my finger and back and forth between the little round metal screw that was in the ladder, not the ladder, the slide at Chick-fil-A, and it went back and forth like that, just, and it was like an electrical lightning bolt. I might have shared this in a previous video, I believe, and in the static, the electrical shock went down everyone in the line in that slide, and they were like, ow, 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 ow. And they were like, dang, man, who did that? And they were like, someone pointed at me, it was him, and the shock went all the way down the slide. But that's a specific memory of mine at Chick-fil-A when that happened. Speaking of which, back when Chick-fil-A, I remember having a C in it as well. And that was a specific memory when I went there, seeing that C, but that's not the story for this video. This video is about electronic manipulation and the electromagnetic frequencies and energy, and if anyone else goes through anything similar. Anyway, much love to you all, and thank you for watching this video, and I hope to see you again next time. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe and share your own personal experiences in the comment section. Like this video, and if you've experienced anything similar, let me know, as always, in the comment section below. And I hope to see you again next time. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Much love to you all. Peace. Bye.